Hi everyone, I'm the Plant Propagator and welcome to my channel. Today it is a nice warm day in Southwest Florida. Just a little bit before Christmas, so it is December, mid-December. I wanted to wish you happy holidays everyone and give you a little bit of an update of some things going on in my orchid collection, but then also tell you a little bit about how I prepare for the holidays. And what that means is that I'm leaving all of this behind, heading north where it's cold, and I just want to again share with you some of the preparation that I have to do for that. So the first thing is just to give you an update on something that I've shared with you in the past, and that is the Maikai challenge. So a lot of the people in the orchid breeding group that I organized have shared with me some of their successful crosses using Maikai. And I've done some crosses also. The plants are in, I keep on thinking they're in full bloom, but then they keep on blooming more for me. So I've got some of the capsules that I have in this first plant. Is some of the larger capsule here is 6 weeks old. The smaller capsule is only 3 weeks old. And then on one of my other Maikai plants, I've got some very young capsules that have been formed, and these capsules are just a few weeks old. And I actually did a few extra pollinations yesterday, so they're just starting to form. But the flowers just keep on coming on the Maikai, so that's why it's really nice to be able to use these for crosses. One of the other things that I'm excited about is a Rhynchostylis gigantea that is blooming, and this is my first bloom on this Rhynchostylis gigantea, and it's white, which I'm excited to get any bloom. It wasn't my choice, but hey, I got one blooming, so I'm really good with that. I do have some other plants that are putting out bloom spikes that I'm going to miss, and that's just how it goes. So I'll miss some of those blooms. But preparation for leaving. So with these, I want to show you some of my phals. So the phals are they're blooming. They're always blooming. They're easy to grow. So these are some of the phals that I have that I can share with you that are blooming. They have been blooming for a while, but probably they will continue to be in bloom by the time I return here in about 3 weeks. But they're just some really nice plants, and only the small one up here that belongs to the Plant Propagator Junior is fragrant of all these plants. This plant right here has been blooming for about a month and a half. This one also, same thing, has been blooming for about a month and a half, so a long time. This one on my right, your left, will be opening when I'm gone. So it's got 2 bloom spikes on it, and they're coming out. And again, all of these are no ID. This one right here, and I've got a video I want to show you of this close up, is one that I've used in my cross, my only Phalaenopsis cross that I did, and I have a video actually on the seed capsule that I generated from this and putting it in culture. And these, I have plants from progeny plants from this that are getting pretty big in the laboratory, and I'm excited to bring those out pretty soon. But it was a very, very successful cross. I've got a lot of seedlings coming from this cross. This other one right here that I want to share with you again with a close-up video, it's a really nice, it's pink with a white lip. It's a really nice phal, and I got this as a gift during our holiday party from my local affiliated chapter, the Gulf Coast Orchid Alliance. And this plant is really nice. I'm really happy with it, but again, it's no ID, so I don't know what it is, and I really can't use it in any of my crosses. But the phals, as far as preparation for these just, they bloom a long time. and they're really easy to take care of. They're in a variety of different mixes, from leca to lava stone to sphagnum. They just do well. I've got some mounted on the trees as well. And the plant that I transferred from my front date palm to my back date palm, it's actually doing really well. I cut off a bloom spike, and I guess I didn't cut off one of the bloom spikes enough, because it's actually putting out an additional bloom spike from the base of the one that I cut off. And then there's a second bloom spike on that plant as well. So these things do well. They're pretty easy to grow, and I'm happy with them. Let me show you what I want to do now is get behind the camera and show you some of the other things that I've done in preparation for leaving my orchids for the holidays. And it's not something that most people will do. It's not, I don't have any words of, of explanation for how to prepare the orchids for not being here, or advice on how they should be fertilized when I'm absent. But I just wanted to show you some of the things that I do, because I'm the plant propagator. So let me get behind the camera, and I want to show you some of the things that I've been doing, mostly just yesterday in preparation. Okay, let's go. Okay, before I show you what I've been doing, I just wanted to show you a catasetum. These are all male flowers on this catasetum, and these have bloomed for me before, but these are blooming now. They haven't really opened all the way yet, but these are pretty nice. Lots of spots. This is a Fred Clark catasetum. Okay, let me go take a look at some of the things I wanted to show you, if I can, up here. And so what I did mostly is I put my blooming orchids, I put them back, and I've got them kind of positioned in my pergola where they're going to be for a while. And what I wanted to show you is this, which is this is a ribbon that I got, yay, at the meeting. And this is for this plant right here, which is cornerstone compass, which you might not be able to see really well because it's back so far in my pergola. But this is a really nice bloom, and it got this is a special commendation award for flower quality. So it's just a really nice flower. And what I did yesterday in preparation for me not being here, because I can't enjoy the flower, I crossed it. So this flower, and you can't see right here, but this is a really beautiful flower. It's huge, really symmetrical, flat. It's a really nice flower. So I crossed it. And what happens, what this means is this is going to fade really, really quickly over the next few days. So because I'm not going to be here to enjoy it, I crossed it. One of the other things, so this is Booth Lee right here, and I've shared this with you in the past also. But I've got a lot of flowers on Booth Lee, and I made 3 crosses of Booth Lee. I did this just because I had a colleague tell me that it doesn't cross well. And when I made these, when I tried to put the pollinia on the stigmatic surface, the stigmatic surface wasn't very sticky, so it may not work well. But I did 3 crosses on this, so we'll see how this goes and how this ends up. So I made crosses here. I can show you, where are they? So I've got some capsules that you may not be able to see too well. There's one there. There's another one right there. So I've got capsules on a lot of my plants. These are not going to be ready by the time I get back. These are pretty young capsules. And I can't even see the other one. There it is right there. Okay, so that's another capsule right there on this plant. And it's focusing on the screen behind, so sorry about that. But I'm making a lot of crosses, and I've got a lot. I put, this is green veil right here, and this had a capsule on it, and in preparation for being away, it was about a 6 months old capsule after the cross, and I plated the seed from this capsule this past week, and I got a lot of nice looking embryos from that. So in the lab this past week, what I did in preparation for leaving is I made a large number of replatings, and so I made 3 liters of media, poured it all, and then used it all up. So I did a lot of replating in preparation. So I wanted to let these the seedlings that I wanted to have them growing while I'm gone, and I did a lot. I'll share the results of that with you when I get back, and we'll see how they look. I'll show you some of the phals, that seedlings that I have in the lab from the cross from one of the parents that I just showed you a few minutes ago. This is another one of the plants that I brought into my orchid group, to the orchid meeting, and it didn't win. You should have seen the orchids that they brought in, the large cats. They were monsters. So this didn't win anything. I like the colors on it, but it didn't win any. They were beautiful and big monster orchids that were brought in. It was just impressive. Anyway, I crossed both of these flowers yesterday, so they're not showing any senescence or wilting right now. These looked like they were going to be good parents, good moms, so I crossed onto these, and we'll see what happens. So these are probably going to fade over time, over a short period of time. It's not that warm here, so these things may last a little bit longer. I've got a lot of plants in here. I want to show you one more plant. If we go over here, and this is sad because, see those bloom spikes right there? These I'm probably going to miss all the way around. So there's 2 there, and then there's 2 in the back that you may not be able to see really well. And that happens. So I'm going to miss some blooms on these plants and some of the other plants. But I did find some new flowers on some of my small plants, first blooms. I've got one of my seedlings that's never bloomed before, that's putting out a flower spike that I think it's so small that I'll see it when I get back. I don't think it'll be open yet. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do, was give you a little bit of an update, show you some of the things, some of the ways that I prep for being away for the holidays. And for me, that's making crosses, so that, because I'm not here to enjoy the beautiful fragrant flowers on my cattleyas. And that's it. So that's all I have for you today. If you like what you saw and you want to keep on seeing my videos, it would help me out if you could click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right, that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.